Hey, welcome back to Jimboys Kitchen. Today I'll do a creation. Um, Sometimes they say when you're not in a position to get something, but you could imagine you're eating that thing. Well, I'll show you something. I have created this because of experiencing the taste. Where I am right now, it's kind of not the breadfruit season. But I'm going to tell you this. If you're not in touch with breadfruit, all you need to do is get some sweet potato. I got sweet potato here, folks. Try this recipe and believe me, you will like it. I got some sweet potato. I'm going to show you how it will end up almost giving you that breadfruit flavor by frying. So I'm going to peel this potato and come back to you, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these. And it's going to be just as eating breadfruit. The texture would be a wonderful dish with breadfruit. All right, here I got the bowl. This is what we're gonna put all the sliced potato, the sweet potato inside. All right, making a wonderful breadfruit texture with three sweet potato. You'll pretend you're eating breadfruit. That's if you cannot get your hand on any breadfruit. So I'm gonna continue peeling this out. I use a peeler. You could use a knife, but I got a peeler handy. Very easy to peel. Take some time. So I'm going to continue peeling this and come back to you, all right? Then I show you as the next step in making this wonderful fried sweet potato. And of course, now you have learned from Jimboy's Kitchen that whenever you fry potato, I'm going to show you how to do it. It will give you the texture of breadfruit, all right? So you stay tuned. Look at this. Delicious. I'm going to fry this up. I'm going to continue peeling it. All right, folks. I already got the potatoes peeled. All right, the sweet potato. Remember, sweet potato. But I'll make it so that the texture will be tasting almost like breadfruit. It will remind you of eating breadfruit, folks. Now, this is not a full dinner. It's more of a snack or an appetizer. All right. So let's get started. I got me here. I'm going to use my Bod Boy chopper. So I'm going to slice these. Depends how big you want them. I'm going to try to make thin slices. So I will continue slicing these. So when you take a bite, yum yum, it tastes good, all right? You're going to have the texture and it's going to be frying through also. So I will continue slicing these two and then I'll show you the next step, all right? So nice and easy, breadfruit. Make it a big size. And you will have the texture. You hold it and bite it. Nice. So I'll continue cutting these up and then I'll show you the next step. I got some love song in the background, playing for you. And of course, I must tell you, I'm going to make this sweet potato with love. And when it's done, the texture will be like breadfruit. So this could replace breadfruit. If you really want to eat breadfruit, this will remind you of breadfruit. Now I finished slice up those two sweet potato. See, you could actually slice it back halfway, but I'm going to make a big nice slice today. Now this is it. I already rinsed it off with some water, all right? So now here goes the seasoning. What I'll do is add a little bit of oil. I want the oil, vegetable oil, of course. Now this is good for vegetarian people that don't eat meat. You could make the sweet potato and use vegetable oil. Throw a little bit on top. This will help it to hold all the seasoning together. Then with this, simple. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, some turmeric for the yellow flavor, the yellow looks. Some seasoning, adobo seasoning, some black pepper, and of course with that I might drop a pinch of salt inside because I'm already going to use the seasoning salt, but a pinch of salt to boost it up a little bit. So we're going to get started. Here I go. I already got the oil in here, a little bit of vegetable oil. I'm going to add the salt. Remember, you could always add salt after frying, all right? After I finish frying, it's not a big deal. Put some seasoning salt. And of course, folks, I must tell you, it's just like making fries, but you're gonna have a breadfruit texture here. Put some black pepper. Well, this is garlic powder. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. Don't have to measure. You don't have to be pretty cooking. Put some black pepper. All this is just to give it that boost up flavor. And then I'm gonna add a little bad boy turmeric. This is gonna give it a yellow. You know how breadfruit usually have a yellowish color. Well, the turmeric gonna help you because now today I'm gonna tell you this, folks. I know many of you don't is gonna learn from this today. This is Jimboys Kitchen. I must tell you, folks, that I have learned. I have taught you something today. You could have the flavor of breadfruit, the texture of breadfruit, if there is no breadfruit available. All right. They said always a piece is good for good luck. So I'm gonna rinse that piece. I don't want to throw away one bit of nothing. All right. So this is how it is. Now we're gonna have the breadfruit texture. So you taught something, you learned something from Jimboy's Kitchen today, folks. How to do eat breadfruit when there is no real breadfruit. We use sweet potato and put all the seasoning in here, and it's going to be working perfect. Now we're going to go to the fryer. All right, I got my curry here, or any pan you could use, a frying pan, but I use this big curry here for more space. All right. I got my stove set on medium high, okay? And I'm gonna put some vegetable. Keep in mind, use vegetable oil at all times because you know this is good for somebody that's don't eat meat, that are fully vegetarian. Now, looking carefully, I'm not gonna. I don't want to deep fry these potatoes. That's the texture to bring it out like a nice, beautiful breadfruit. That's the trick in frying it. You don't want to deep fry this sweet potato. Otherwise, it's going to turn out like sweet potato. You have to give it that. It must be solid in the inside with a crunch, like breadfruit. Now I'm going to bring this oil up to a temperature, and then I'm going to put the breadfruit, the slices, one by one, already seasoning up and everything. All right. So here we go. I'm going to bring this up to a temperature, maybe in about 4 minutes is ready. And remember, folks, you got to do this with love. Now I'm going to take one by one of these sweet potato sliced. All right, one by one, these sweet potato sliced, and put it in here. Oh, you could hear that searing going on. Wonderful searing. Remember, you don't want to deep fry it. If you deep fry it, then it's going to be automatically have the texture of sweet potato. And of course, this is sweet potato. So you want to do it one side, then you turn it over to the next side. The reason why you want the texture of breadfruit, all right? Because you need to have the little crunch in the middle. Now you're going to let it fry with low heat, medium heat. You don't want to burn it, so you're going to put it slowly, so it could continue the frying process and boil throughout the entire potato slices. But at the same time, you want the texture of breadfruit in the inside, all right? So I'm going to let this fry. It's going to take about 5 minutes on one side. We're going to check it back. And of course, the right way now, what I do, I use one of these regular spoon, a table fork, right? This just to poke it in the middle and just to feel, make sure it cooked through. But I want that solid, crunchy feeling in the middle. All right, we're gonna look at it one side beautifully, but let it fry a little bit more. At this point, it's been 2 minutes only. I'm gonna let it go for another 3 minutes, then turn it up the other side. All right. All right. It's been 2 minutes into the one side frying, so I'm gonna turn it over at this point and just brown it the other side. And I could feel, folks, I could feel that fork is going in slowly through it. Remember, it's sweet potato, but the way I'm doing it is going to become the texture of breadfruit it will, when you eat this, consciously you will know it's sweet potato, but it will remind you of eating breadfruit, folks. And this is something like if you have no breadfruit handy, if you're not in an area where breadfruit is, or if breadfruit season is not on, look at that, how beautiful it is. Gonna let it fry the other side now for another 5 minutes, and then stick your fork and make sure you have that wonderful texture. I could feel it. The fork is going through slowly and nicely. All right, it's been 5 minutes into the frying process on the other side. Turn it over again. I wanted to cook nicely and golden brown both sides. It's coming very nicely here. You want to turn it over every 5 minutes or so you could cook it evenly both sides, and at the same time the inside is going to be tender, all right, but with a crunch of breadfruit. Now I'm going to tell you this is my creation, folks. I tried this the first time and I realized it did taste like breadfruit, so today I'm telling you how to do sweet potatoes so it tastes just like breadfruit almost. Reminds you of breadfruit from Jimboys kitchen, all right. And then, of course, we continue. I'll let it go another 3-4 minutes on this side. If I tell you, I could smell the aroma in the kitchen right now, in Jimboy's kitchen, becomes more like breadfruit. All right, the aroma is like breadfruit, not sweet potato. I don't know. I'm going to tell you this right now. Yes, I don't know why, but I've created this recipe of my own. Jimboy's Kitchen have created sweet potato into breadfruit. All right, so this would be nice for anybody to eat as a snack and pretend you're in a breadfruit country. And of course, folks, this one is done. This set is done. Look at this beautiful breadfruit. Breadfruit. Now I'm gonna just put it here. Put it here. You're gonna pick it up now one by one. Drain the oil out a little bit. And of course, you can put it in tissue, whatever you want to put it. But I noticed tissue is not a good thing to use. All right, tissue is not a good thing to use because it damps it and make it soft. So you want that solid texture. So guess what? Surprise, strainer. I'm gonna use a strainer and just throw them in the strainer so that the oil drains out from the strainer into this little plate I got below. You can use any pan. All right. So I got them in here. Those are going to be straining. Look at this. How beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is, folks. I want to show you. I want to show you how beautiful this is. Breadfruit put in the strainer to strain. But a sweet potato, really. All right. I have created it into breadfruit, bringing the breadfruit texture to you. Now we're going to continue with the second batch. On the second batch, I'm going to put in just like so. Just like this. Remember, this is my creation, folks. No one ever thought about doing this until I tried it one time. I was playing around with some sweet potato, and man, here I discovered that it does taste like breadfruit, folks, but cannot be fried. Do it my way, you will love it. All right, so I'm gonna let this fry again, both sides, five minutes on each side, folks. All right, folks, I got my breadfruit in the strainer. It drained whatever oil got to come out. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like, what the texture. Now, it's not breadfruit, it's sweet potato that I turned into the texture of breadfruit and the taste almost like breadfruit. So this is good, like if you want to give somebody a surprise where there's no breadfruit available. Hey, you tell them try this and make it my way. It's my creation. After playing around with breadfruit one day, I tried it and I realized it reminds me of breadfruit. I played around with a sweet potato, that is, and that was it. I discovered the way I did it. It brings the texture and reminds me of breadfruit. So let's try it, folks. It's hot. Oh, Salt is perfect. Everything is perfect. Now, remember, you don't want to add too much salt at the beginning because it would be difficult to take out the salt. So you put much to give it flavor. If you don't think you need more salt, then you could always sprinkle some salt on it. Right now, this is perfect. I don't need no more salt. Sweet potato with the texture of breadfruit. My creation. I wouldn't consider this a meal. It's more like a snack, an appetizer, like eating a bag of potato chips. Try it my way, folks. From Jimboys Kitchen, once again. If you like this dish, please subscribe to my channel. Press the like button. Leave your comment. Let me know what you think. Try it my way. My creation. Sweet potato turned into the texture of breadfruit with a little bit of kick to the taste of breadfruit. Once again, at Jimboy's Kitchen, be kind to someone that's not kind to you, and kindness will prevail. Sweet potato turned into breadfruit, guys. Try it my way, you will love it.